Hello everyone, it's me, Majora T, out here today for a Q&A, for my tri-annual Q&A. I have been itching to do a video for a couple days now. I've been missing out. I've been sick. You might hear it in my voice. I'm going to try my best to persist. I tried recording this last night. I broke out in a coughing fit. So I am drinking throat coat tea with ginger, lemon, and honey, and I also have water, and I've taken my cough medicine. So subscribe for the passion. And the tea is for Terry. Hey Terry. Let's start. BioPhoenix here. What do you think of song covers done by AI voices? I am not opposed as long as it's not plagiarism. And as long as it's like not for profit, I think, unless somebody's see, that's weird, right? If somebody markets AI sounds as their own and then sells them as like packs, is it unethical? Not if they sound good. See, AI can be nefarious, but it also can be benign. I think the examples that I've seen are benign, like SpongeBob, like doing I'm up all night to get lucky. Where else would you get to hear that? I think that's awesome. I'm here for it. I'm here for like the funny, quirky stuff. I think it's an exciting time to see what AI offers. I don't know. Are those president videos done by AI? Those always crack me up. Of course, there's the scare factor or whatever, but we'll cross that bridge when we cross it. I presume best intent, and even when the nefarious stuff happens, there's usually like detection software. Like, not all AI goes unnoticed. Let's just put it that way. And you can't get away with sloppy AI. You just can't. And anybody who tried to pass AI as their own, like for art, like, dude, you're getting railed. You're getting lambasted. You ain't selling no pieces at the museum. I'm just saying. So I'm not as like doom and gloom about AI, I think, as most people. Specifically because at this phase, I really don't see it like functioning as highly as people esteem it to, or fear that it will. And, like I said, cross the bridge when we get there, but not worried about it. Why worry about something that, like, why not deal with the here and now? I will deal with the here and now. In the here and now, I'm not scared of it. I'm just saying. Am I negligent for that? Whatever. You can think whatever you want, but that's just my opinion. All right, since you like Astro Boy, would you consider checking out the recent anime Pluto? So I did. I took a look at it last night, and I fell asleep. I'm joking. I think I just turned it off. The most recent anime I got into that was of that style was Ultraman on Netflix. I watched the first 2 seasons. I love that. Oh, my gosh. That was so good. So the premise here for Pluto, I guess, it's like a spin-off on Astro Boy, on the premise of, like, the robot boy. I thought it was cute. I like some of the concepts, like the robots are like daily functioners of society, and I actually really like the throwbacks to the Asimovian robot laws. That's a staple in sci-fi, and I'm glad that they're making explicit mention of it. So that was pretty cool. I don't know what the disconnect is for me with anime. I have a trouble getting hooked lately. I'm stuck on like reality TV. Like that and like drama videos on YouTube. Those have been like the main things I've been watching. But I did recently try getting back into Monster, and I made it quite far. I think I'm like halfway done with Monster. And Yu Yu Hakusho, I always want to rewatch, but I just struggle. So like the live action was a recent anime related thing I watched. Other than that, I'm having a hard time with anime. It's just not been my bag lately. Sorry, Bio. I'll try it. If I really have nothing to watch on Netflix, I'll put it on. But yeah, no, I saw it's 8 episodes. I think I could manage Pluto. Not to mention Neptune. Joking. Have you watched any other abridged series? Mine does not count. LOL. Back in the day when YouTube was in its infancy, I watched a lot of Team 4 Star because I really liked Dragon Ball at the time. I wouldn't say a lot. I watched Team 4 Star somewhat. I remember none of it, but I remember enjoying it. So yes. But after that, not really, not so much. But I really admire you for what you do with the Trails of Cold Stone series. I think that's really cool how you get a bunch of creators together, put their lines in, act it out over like a beloved RPG series. I think that's really cool. So hats off to you. My hat is off. I have multiple hats that are off. I have no hats on. No hats on, bio. No hats on. Okay, those are just the first questions. We got some bangers to go. I'm just saying. Let me hydrate. Are you hydrated? Or are you just high? I'm hydrated. Games with T. Hey. Cheers, buddy. Tea up. In your opinion, which franchise as a whole has done the best on the Switch? Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, or other? I guess I look at best as the franchise that has provided you with the most entertainment. But feel free to describe best your own way. Touche, Games with T, touche. I will use your definition and then I'll apply it to some of the other franchises you mentioned. So which one has given me the most entertainment, which has been the best on the Switch for me? Mario, hands down. There is no bad Mario games that I've played on Switch. Everyone I played, I've enjoyed. The mainline ones, dig them. Super Mario 3D World. Listen, I ain't played on Wii U. Bring it over. I'm a big fan. I love playing it co-op. I think it's great for hardware, Switch. As far as Odyssey goes, I loved it. Had a great time. Never did replay it. Really want to. Hopefully we do a remap of it on the button mappers. That would be great. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I bought that. I pre-ordered that. I loved that. I played every single one of those. Granted, Sunshine's my bag. And 64 was great. But Mario is the best franchise on the Switch as far as entertainment goes. Because you can't go wrong. Mario just provides every time. Now, when it comes to Zelda, a lot of people would probably make a similar argument, or maybe I put hundreds of hours into Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Well, that's great. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you got that enjoyment. But what I think Zelda is best at on Switch is creating a cult following. Not innovation. I really don't think it's that innovative on either of the game's fronts, but I do think that the hype around Breath of the Wild, specifically, and Tears of the Kingdom to some extent, created this kind of Nintendo popularity and admiration of single-player adventure games that I think was absent from a lot of their library for a long time, and that you really only saw in games like Skyrim. So I think Zelda was the best at bringing gamers back into a single-player adventure style. And great. That's great for that. I wasn't one of them. But Majora's Mask, though, hey, that did that. I'll talk about that any day. Pokemon is just the best commercial franchise on the Switch. It has made the most money for Nintendo, and I think they should keep making money. I think they should. Any other Nintendo franchise, honestly, has not been the best. I think they've been fine. I think Kirby was fine. Fire Emblem was probably fine. I did hear good things about Pikmin. Hey, Alex. Not Hey, Pikmin. Pikmin 4. And Metroid Dread was a great game, but Metroid has not been the best on the Switch. But this is a great question. Is it the best question? I don't know. We've got more to go. Thank you, Games with T. I love it. Here we are, drinking tea. Refreshing. Hey, it's Miguel. What's up, Miguel? What was your first Pokemon game? Red. What was your last Pokemon game? Shield. No, Sword. What was my favorite 4-player N64 game to play? Banjo-Tooie. Loved playing Banjo-Tooie multiplayer. What was my favorite 4-player GameCube game to play? Melee. 100% Melee. A lot of great ones on GameCube, but Melee was the bee's knees, for sure. What is a game that took you years to beat? Was it DK64? No, but it might surprise you. Ocarina of Time. Because I got Ocarina of Time when I was so young and I did not have a strategy guide, when I got to that water temple, I was like, what? But I always admired it kind of from afar. So when I was like a teenager, I figured out how to beat the game, and it was very exciting. I don't remember it very clearly, but Ocarina of Time took me years to beat. What heavy metal rock and roll bands do you like? Nah, I'm not answering your metal rock and roll questions, brother. Because you told me I don't listen to metal, so you're welcome. Do I like Motley Crue? I don't know. Send me one. Hey, it's Bad Itch. I got a bad itch. What's a genre of gaming that you haven't touched much, but wouldn't mind trying out? Well, the much part's important because I think I've dabbled in majority of genres besides pachinko, and that's not one I can say I much care for. I'd say strategy RPGs. I played Advance Wars and Fire Emblem, and that's about it. I tried Shining Force, but I've never really gotten into them. And between that and like RTS, some RTS I'm interested, but not much. I think turn-based strategy RPGs are probably the one that I'm most curious about, that I want to get more into. Because I really like what I played of Advance Wars back in the day. I beat the one on DS and beat the Black Hole Rising, the 2 on DS. I didn't get that remake, but I hope to someday. So yeah, there you go. Hey, it's Grand Papo. What video game has had food in it that you really want to eat? Princess Peach's Birthday Cake, Mario Party 1. It's a good-looking cake. Follow-up. Create a ramen recipe based on any of the 3 original starter Pokemon. Well, I'd probably go... I've tried Lizard. It was disgusting. I couldn't stomach it, so I spat it back out. Turtle has potential, but I think since I'm not sure about how turtle tastes, I will go vegetarian. So the Bulbasaur ramen would have spinach, tofu, seaweed, and kale. Now, you might be like, why kale? It's a little dry. Health-wise, I think kale has the most benefits for you. Spinach as well. Spinach has some good ones, and tofu's got some protein for you. Everybody loves seaweed. Get some wakame. But you know the real recipe here. It's not a ramen. It's an udon. A Bulbasaur udon. Yeah, there we go. That's a recipe worth following. I'm trying to think. Yeah, throw one of those like Naruto swirl looking eggs in there. It's not like a real egg. It's like the swirl thing. It looks like the whirlpool. Terrible for your health. They're like high in sodium or whatever, but they taste delicious. Yup. Vegetarian udon. Sounds good. Considering you live in New York, have you ever went to a Knicks game or went to any games? Not basketball. I want to go see a rugby match. I think that would be awesome. It's a new sport that's kind of taken off in New York. We have a team now. Somewhere like upstate, I want to say. Was John Starks my favorite player? I don't know. What sports games have you played? NHL on Xbox 360. Ready to Rumble Boxing on N64. Terrible game. But I played it because I didn't have much on the N64 as a kid, and I really tried. And I did decent in it, but it was not a good game. I tried a little Forza. Was it Forza? Yeah, it was something on PS3. I think it was Forza. Oh, no, Gran Turismo. That's what I tried. I played a little Tecmo Bowl the other day. It wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. I normally don't like football games, but that one wasn't bad. That's all I got. I suck at FIFA. That's not my game. Do I wonder about Super Mario Wonder? Not really. It's funny, that game kind of came and went, but everybody was like touting its freaking horns, man. And I was sitting in the corner like, why? I'm sure it's a great game. I'm sure it's fine. And I literally was just sitting here telling you every Mario game I played on Switch is a blast. When it comes to modern 2D Mario, there's really not much that I feel like it can do for me. I don't even know the 2D Mario games that I really like the most are like the obscure ones. So I would probably like this. Like I like Super Mario Land 2. But yeah, the one on DS was too kind of plain for me, too vanilla. Even then, the NES ones are good, but maybe a little obscure and difficult for me. And I just never fully appreciated Super. I don't know. It just never clicked for me. And then Yoshi's Island didn't happen. Honestly, Wario Land's good. I like Wario. I wonder about Wario, Super Wario. Are we gonna get a Super Wario Wonder? Wow, I Wario Wonder. I wonder where Wario is. The Worldwide Wario, WWW. Will you play Super Mario Wonder? Maybe. I ain't spending $60 on it, but I'd play it. I love this question. Are YouTube gaming channels getting boring overall? If yes, what do you think is the root cause? I think YouTube gaming channels should strive to be more boring. I think that the standards on YouTube are way too high right now for us laymen to compete. I'm not editing a full-on video essay documentary on Crash Bandicoot or Pokemon Snap. I just see these channels, and I also see like the parallels with like the non-gaming content, and like how there's a sensationalist approach to YouTube now, where it's like, you won't believe what caused this company to collapse, or the deadly sins of DLC. And it's like, I don't think video games in their essence were really this hype to begin with. I think this level of hype is hyperbole, and it almost, being content brained, either making or watching YouTube videos, takes me out of the whole point of why I wanted to enjoy video games to begin with, or why I go back to them. I do not want to conflate drama with video games. Video games are like my safe place, my haven, if you will. I want to strive to be more boring on my YouTube channel. And I noticed that. Okay, I might not get more views if I brand my content in like a safe way, but I draw the ire of people. And why would I want to bring negativity into my enjoyment of the medium if my priority is enjoyment of video games? My priority is sharing and communicating and conversing. The money stuff, whatever. I don't like, that's secondary to me. The primary point here is enjoyment. Enjoyment of the medium. And the medium is gaming. The medium is not clickbait. So, I will make thumbnails. I will make, clever titles. But at the same time, I strive to be more plain, more boring, and more simple, because I'm not here for a fast buck right now. I'm here to play games, make content on games and share my love of games, not sensationalize them. So, are gaming channels getting boring? I think they're not boring enough. Be more boring, gaming channels. Please. Lastly, we got BioPhoenix here. What YouTuber do you think needs more recognition for their hard work? Try to mention people outside of our circle of community. Okay, I could do that. It's hard like finding channels. I don't really get a lot of people coming to this channel and like that I've noticed like have channels or become like consistent viewers, so I don't really check them out. I would like to, but I don't get that. So the ones that I've been seeing have been like interesting connections. So I watch I consume a lot of hip hop, and one guy that I really like is Afro, short for All Flows Reach Out. He's really cool, and he actually does this whole community thing where he gets a bunch of rappers on his track from like all across YouTube. On his main channel, he does it every year. I would go watch those. Phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it. Perfect. He has a spin-off channel, like a side channel where he reviews movies. He did a few games here and there, but he does movie review channel. It's called Fro Thizzle Reviews, and they're really good. You kind of just sit down like 5-6 minutes and just talks about a recent movie or Netflix thing that he watched. I think he's honest, and he's not going to give you the common take. And I respect that, and I appreciate that. So Fro Thizzle Reviews, for sure. I will recommend him. I think, and his channel is like small compared to like his main channel. So I recommend Fro Thizzle Reviews. And the other ones, I'm not ready to like share yet because I haven't watched enough of their content. But ask me that again, and I'd be happy to answer down the road. But this covers 3 months worth of questions here. Even more. It's March 25th now, and this goes back to November of last year. I've been neglecting the Q&A, but hey, I'm here, triannual, once every 4 months or so. Leave questions for the next episode. It's been great. Let me know what your favorite question was if you enjoy the content. If you want me to clip any of these, if you think they're clip worthy, and yeah, how I can bait the viewers. Excuse me, I did it. I went the whole video without coughing. Questions? The next episode, start here. Cheers. Have a great night, everybody. See you in the next Q&A.